Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys my first recap and first impressions on Fruits Basket, the final season, which is on episode 1, or you could call it episode 51 of the overall total number of episodes, I mean, think about it. 25 episodes in the second season, and there's 25 episodes in the first season, So 25 plus 25, 50 plus one more, that's 51. Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I do that. Anyways, this episode right here was actually really nice, and we get to know more about Akito down the road. Not to mention why she's acting that way and what is really happening with her. Though I do understand and I cannot blame her, I still don't accept the fact of her actions. It's just like I don't know how am I supposed to say it. Despicable, even though you may understand the backstory, there are other ways to handle it, but I guess for Akito, for her, that's a whole different story. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have too that Kureno continues his story here and there, etc. about how Akito and her mother Ren really hate each other. They literally really hate each other, very, very badly. I don't know why, but it looks like to me it never been very good from the start. And we get to see a scene where Hattori gets greeted by Ren Soma herself, which is Akito's mother, which I'll just say that right now. But unfortunately, Akito stops it and tells her to knock it off and go back to her room, And then we have too that Akito explains to her that our bonds is what makes our love very strong. But we have too that Ren's like, how many times I have to tell you, your bonds is a BS kind of thing, filthy garbage. And when she smack talks about this, Akito literally grabbed her by the neck and was ramming her through a room and then blasted her out of a certain yard or something and was strangling her, in total anger. She said, "Oh yeah, what the hell love do you even know, huh?" And we have to it that she goes like, "You parental love? Romance love? Don't give me that freaking piece of filth, And we have too that Akito was really going at her mother really badly, trying to kill her. But Hattori breaks her up and says, "Knock it off. Stop it right now." And we get to see a scene that Ren ends up explaining, "I have a real love, more better than yours. It's about me and freaking Akira, I believe. I think it was Akira. Akira is something that is mentioned in this episode, and apparently Akira is pretty much presumed deceased or dead because apparently he's not around, and we have to it that Akito says, "I'll kill you for this," and Ren's like, "Go ahead, kill me right now, so my soul could go to heaven, I could reunite with Akira, and I don't need to be with a filthy maggot like you," that kind of thing. The way how it went about, like I said, they really do hate each other. A child hates its parents and the parent hates its child, which is really cruel and ugly depending on the situation, how you look at it, and it is what it is. And we have to it that that they end up having to take separate ways after some chaperones or escorts ends up getting Ren, and we have to it that Ren insults Akito saying, "Can a crybaby like you even win anyway?" And we have to, she even mocks her for it, Then, we have to, the Kureno talks about, a dream one time that even Hattori, our snake zodiac boy, Ayame, and Shigure, etc., they end up actually having a certain dream where Akito is a female that will be born and that they will reunite, And there was something saying that you cannot betray her, You cannot betray the god whatsoever, and that's the promise they made, to never leave the god behind. Even though Kureno says, "I am broken from that curse or bond, but I can't leave Akito behind because she's a crying little girl that can't be left behind," or something, And the way I see about it, I understand where Kureno's coming from, It really is sad to see where he says, "I can't, see Arisa or Uo-chan, or, Arisa Uo-chan, or, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Pretty much told his friend Uo-chan or Arisa that since I'm with another girl, I can't see the other one, And we have to it that, Kureno says, "I'm telling you right now that I can't leave her, and here's my reason for it, So pretty much overall, Kureno explained his reasoning to Toru that I can't leave Akito because she's a little vulnerable, crying little girl, and without us, she can't really exist or something, you know? And it explains about how, like, the mother and daughter really hate each other and that she's really alone, you know? And, of course, Akito, you know, really does hate her mother, and she feels really in pain because she doesn't understand why she's so, like, cruel to her, you know? And I can see where she's coming from. But whatever the case may be, Toru felt so depressed and she wanted to say something, you know? And we had to it that one of our supporting characters, or Toru's main heroine's friend, Hana-chan, she ends up having to show up and takes Toru at her house and decides to tell Yuki that she's at our house for now. Let me take care of her for a bit, you know, etc. Eventually, Uru-chan will come over and help Toru out because she did hear the whole thing when Toru explains to Hana-chan about, like, how, like, Kureno cannot see Uru-chan, you know, etc. And we have to it that, it's really sad and it's very sad, you know. I mean, like I said, since Kureno explained his reasoning to Toru, and Toru feels very sad and remorseful because she couldn't do anything for Uru-chan and, like, Kureno altogether, you know? Even though Kureno does want to see Arisa, he can't because he has Akito, which is a female, to take care of, you know, etc. As for Kyo, he does end up finding Toru's scarf, which is something that flew off of Toru when she is really frozen and she never realizes it, you know? Which makes me a little upset to make me realize, like, dude, your scarf just flew away. That's very important to you. What the heck? And Kyo, right in a good nick of time, found it, you know? Which is a good thing. I appreciate that. I love my boy Kyo, you know? We all know that. You guys know that. That aside, we have to it that, as the episode continues on in the situation over and over, you know? Like I said, Toru gets consoled and comforted by Uru-chan and Hana-chan to help her out, you know? Even Uru-chan says, hey, it's okay. It is what it is. We just gotta leave it at that, you know? There's nothing else we can do about it, etc. And the way I look at it, even Uru-chan, like, feels very, like, sad about what she has done to Toru because she made her cry and she did this all for her and she feels very remorseful about it, you know? And I can see where she's coming from, you know? But even so. As for Yuki, he tried to cook, but we get to find out next day that he failed miserably. Even Kyo and Shigure is like, oh my gosh, it's so disgusting, you know, that kind of thing. But eventually Toru is thinking in her mind she'll take things one step at a time, you know? She'll find a way or try to, like, get up, you know? All those things that Kureno-san told me, I would take things one step at a time, you know? Etc. So, yeah. Whatever the case may be, her journey is not over yet, etc. So, I don't know how that's really gonna work out for everyone else, for anyone else, but yeah. Anyways, this episode right here, we get to know more about Akito and why she acted that way, you know? I guess she was not loved by her mother, but possibly by her real father, which is Akira, which we do believe, and I think it's pretty much to say that he's dead. He is really dead, because Rain's like, go ahead, kill me so I can reunite with Akira. Our love right there is much better. I'd rather have him than have you. I don't need a filthy maggot like you know, that kind of thing. The way how I'm saying it might be extreme, etc., but it's my clean way to say, like, it's a clean way to say that, like, Ren and Akito really hate each other, and, you know, like the parent of Akito's mother said, Ren, I don't need you, you know, that kind of thing. And, of course, we get to see Ren having to see Isuzu-chan and ask her, do you want something? Maybe I can help you out, you know, before, like, we get to see the ending of the episode where the next day comes about and Toru will find her light eventually, you know, that kind of thing. So overall, the conversation about Kureno with Toru does continue with more details about, like, how Ren almost met Toru, which is really scary, which I go, hey, Toru, you really love to cause this kind of trouble, man. You gotta be careful. And that aside, yeah, Toru knows the big reason why Kureno can't leave Akito, and reveals more of a relationship about Akito and her mother and how they hate each other. Dang, man. I can understand why Akito acts the way she is, maybe because she doesn't want to be alone, or that bond that she's always been mocked and dissed and smack talk about is not real, and she's trying to prove it that it's real, but, yeah. Although I myself understand Akito a bit better, I still can't accept her actions. Although like I said, don't get me wrong, I understand her, but some of our actions is not something to be accepted. Like almost hurting some innocent girl, some innocent person, and then later on trying to hurt Toru or something and scratched her face, I don't know, out of jealousy or whatever, and her grabbing her mother by the throat and was about to kill her, man. I mean, throw her around and then push her outside, and that's one hell of a push, man. I mean, that's really some strength right there. I mean, you don't get to find... If that ever happened in real life, I'd be really shocked, but yeah. Anyways, like I said, there are some actions I can't accept about Akito. I mean, I can understand her a bit better, but it's still not acceptable. If she was willing to commit the sin of doing patricide or killing a parent, guaranteed, if that really ever happened, I hope that all the Zodiac really hate her for it, because guarantee, even though she has a lot of reasons to hate her or whatever the reason or whatever the case is, killing a parent is nothing more than your greatest sin given to you. I mean, there could be many reasons why, depending on the situation. Maybe a stepdaughter killing a stepfather, or maybe a daughter killing a father because of a certain reason, But, committing the act of, killing a parent, yeah, that'd be ugly. Not to mention how Akito grabbed her mother, and strangling her. I'm pretty sure a lot of children, even myself, would argue and fight with our parents, but guarantee I would never raise a hand or do that. Maybe I'll do something to scare them, but nothing more than that. If I really did that, I would be in a hospital bed with possibly a paraplegic by now, because that's what my family would do to me if I ever raised a hand against my parents. As much as, yeah. So, pretty much even though being a little off topic here and there, etc., please forgive me. Yeah, Kureno explained to Toru why he can't leave Akito, and then, Toru feels frozen and doesn't know what to do, gets comforted and consoled by Hana-chan and Uo-chan, while Yuki and Kyo just looks about the next day, and, Kyo gets a scarf, and Isuzu-chan, who's been watching the conversation between Kureno and Toru, watches far away but leaves Toru behind, maybe because she's trying to find a way how to break the curse or something, and she meets up with Ren, which is something a little suspicious, but we'll have to see next time, Anyways, looking forward to next episode. Hopefully, things will get a little better, But the opening and ending, oh my gosh, dude, a lot has changed with our characters, some of them moved up a year, such as we all know Momiji. Oh my gosh, that guy grew up in the opening. Not to mention freaking whatchamacallit, our boy Hiro, he looks like to me he's a little bit more mature in the physical sense. Kisa doesn't look like she changed much, while the others look like it's the same, but I guess maybe I'm just overthinking it. But Momiji, I think Momiji in the opening or something, dude, that guy grew up greatly. He's not short anymore and cute. He's more of a handsome blonde man, that's for sure. But yeah. Anyways, opening and ending were really slick. The opening felt like some kind of nice rap song or something, and the ending was really slick, but it feels like it gave too much away. But whatever the case may be, I'll see you guys in the next video. Like I said, or maybe saying this right now, episode was good. Looking forward to more. So until then, I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-ta-da!